Raila has maintained at 42%, which means that he's now leading, and Ruto has gone down from 42% to 38% since the mentioning of running mate. Okay? Because we have done this survey across the 47 counties, we have the luxury today to tell you who is leading in which counties, and which counties will be swing counties, and who is basically not going to get much in specific counties. So indeed, those are some of the things that I'm going to mention to you right now. So if we look at Raila with his 42%, and we assume that 95% of Kenyans are going to vote, which is near 100, 22.2 odd million voters, then that translates for him to 9.3 million votes today. He will be leading in 20 counties, and indeed he would have 25% popularity in 37 of the 47 counties. Let me read out the counties where Raila would be leading. So as I've mentioned, 42% for him, it translates to 9.3 million votes. He will lead in 20 counties, and it is as follows. At the coast, Raila would be leading in Mombasa, he would be leading in Kilifi, he would be leading in Taita Taveta. In northern region, because now we have clustered Isiolo and Marsabit in the north, so it's not northeastern, Raila would lead in Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, and Marsabit. In lower eastern, he would lead in all the 3 counties. However, what we will perhaps see now is an increase in his margins in lower eastern, because when we did this survey, Stephen Kalonzo was still indicating that he would be a presidential candidate. So that is important for you to note. So he would then be leading in Makueni, Machakos, and Kitui. In western, Raila would lead in Busia, in Kakamega, and Vihiga. In Nyanza, Raila would lead in Siaya, Kisumu, in all of them. Siaya, Kisumu, Homa Bay, Migori, Nyamira. And then he would also be leading in Nairobi with 50%. Ruto, with his 38% currently, would then garner 8.4 million votes. He would be leading in 16 counties. He would also have 25% popularity in 38 of the 47 counties. So what this says is they already meet the threshold of having 25% in half of the counties. What none of them is meeting right now is the 50+1. Okay? But where are Ruto's strongholds in terms of counties? In northern, Ruto leads in Isiolo. In mountain region, he leads in all. So Ruto is still leading even after, the decision on the running mates. Ruto is leading in Laikipia, he's leading in Embu, he's leading in Meru, he's leading in Kiambu, in Murang'a, Nyandarua, Tharaka Nithi, Nyeri, and Kirinyaga. Those are his strongholds. Ruto is also leading in South Rift, in Kericho, and in Bomet. Ruto is also leading in Uasin Gishu, in Elgeyo Marakwet, in Nandi, and in Baringo. So those then become the 16 counties where Ruto has a clear lead. It's indisputable. We then also looked at what we considered to be swing or battleground counties, and what led us to make this decision are 2 things. One is that the percentages in terms of popularity in those counties was either similar, so both of them were getting the same percentage, or the difference in percentage was less than 10%, and we knew the dynamics that were taking place in some of those counties. Okay? So and it may be debatable to you, but you look at the numbers. We have 11 counties where we feel whoever is able to take those 11 counties may get their 50+1. All right? At the coast, there are 3 battleground counties. Tana River is a battleground. Kwale, which hitherto used to be a Raila stronghold, is a battleground county. Lamu is a battleground county. In Northern, we have William Ruto is leading, Raila is leading slightly in Turkana, but we believe it is a battleground county. So in Northern, Turkana is a battleground county. In South Rift, Narok and Kajiado are battleground counties. In North Rift, we have Samburu, we have Nakuru, and we have West Pokot. And then in Western, we have 2 battleground counties, that is Bungoma and Trans Nzoia. Okay? So that then gives you an indication in terms of the battleground counties. If I now, and if you like to, I can take you through the regions one by one and give you the percentages very quickly so that you can get an indication of what the popularity is. Let me start off by telling you how the percentages for Raila and Ruto as 42 and 38 are by the regions that we have. So if we look at Nyanza currently, consolidated, Raila is leading in Nyanza with 73%. Ruto has 12% in Nyanza. I will give you the undecided at the very end. In Nairobi, Raila has 50%. Ruto has 30% in Nairobi. At the coast, Raila is leading with 49% at the coast. Ruto has 29%. In Northern, Raila has 49%. Ruto has 32%. In Western, Raila is leading with 48%. Ruto has 28%. In Lower Eastern, Raila has 41%. Ruto has 32%, and the undecided was significant at 21%. And this was at that point where Stephen Kalonzo had kind of like temporarily bolted out of Azimio. Okay? And then we have the mountain region. In the mountain region, Ruto leads, 52% for Ruto in the mountain, and Raila has 27% in the mountain region. In South Rift, Ruto leads there as well with 59%. Raila has 25%. In North Rift, Ruto is leading with 56%, and then Raila has 20%. That then gives us the consolidated total of 42% for Raila, 38% for Ruto, and then we have the undecided vote, which is 20%. So let me give you the numbers in terms of popularity by gender. So if we look at the popularity right now by gender, what we see is that of the females, Raila has 38% of female vote right now, but Ruto also has 37%. So even after the decision was made on the running mates, of all the women who said they are going to take part in the election, Raila has 38% of the female vote, Ruto has 37% of the female vote. Has the female vote dynamic therefore changed in terms of the running mates selected? Not as yet. We cannot see it as yet. However, what we do see is that 25% of the female vote currently is undecided. Okay? So whoever then now will be able to endear themselves to the women folk will then be able to convince the 25% of those women folk who are undecided. If we look at the male vote, then Raila has a higher percentage of the male vote at 45%. And then William Ruto has 39% of the male vote. The male vote is less undecided. They're more convicted. So only 15% of the male vote currently is undecided.